Okay guys, today we're gonna learn how to order and compare numbers. Okay, here we have two numbers. We have 587 and 586. We are going to compare these two numbers. Okay, so the first thing we do is we draw our place value chart. And since these only goes to the hundreds, I'm only gonna do 100 on my place value chart. Okay, then I'm gonna write my numbers in 7, 8, 5, 6, 8, 5. Using your place value chart, it makes it much easier for you to find which one is greater, which one is less, and all this stuff. So when we start comparing, we always start with the highest place value. So the highest place value is the hundreds. So here it's 100. So we have 5 and 5. Both of those are the same, so we're gonna cross those out and go next door. Next door on the tens, we have 8 and 8. 8 and 8. And those are still the same, so we cross them out and we go next door. Okay? So here in our ones, we have a 7 and a 6. Which one's greater, 7 or 6? Well, we know that 7 is greater, so we're going to circle 7. So we know that 7 is greater. So that means that 587 is greater than 586. So we're going to write this down. We're going to write this comparison using our symbols. 587, 586. Since we know that 7 is greater, we're going to give that number 2 dots. And we know that the second number is smaller, so we're going to give it 1 dot. And then all we're going to do is connect those dots together. So this makes up our symbol. This is our greater symbol. If we want to write it, we write it 587 is greater than 586. Okay, on this one, we're going to order the numbers. We have 3 sets of numbers, and we're going to put them in order from least to greatest. Okay, least is like the smallest amount, greatest the greatest amount. So we have 327, 30, 587. Just like before, we're going to use our place value chart, and we're going to write our numbers down. So I'll write the first number, the second number, and the third number. Okay? So here, since we have the place value of 100, we're going to look at the hundreds place first. Remember, we're looking for the least number to the greatest. Okay? So right now we have we have a 3 in the hundreds and a 5 in hundreds. We know that the 5 is greater than 3. So we know here this one is greater. So that means that this number, 587, is the largest number, the greatest number. So I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to put a G on the side of that. So I know that that's the greatest. Okay? We still have 2 more numbers though. Okay? So we have a 3. And you see here on the 30, there is a blank spot. There you can put a 0 because we know that the 30 doesn't have any hundreds. Okay? So there's a 0. So we know that 3 is greater than 0. So we know that's the second largest number. And then we know that since 0 is the smallest, so then that means that this 30 is the least number. Okay? So if we're writing it from least to greatest, the first number we write is 30. Okay? And then we're going to write a semicolon so we can separate the numbers. Okay? We know that the 587 was the greatest, so that means that 327, it goes in the middle. Semicolon, and then we write the 587. So this is how we order the number from least to greatest.